Welcome to San Juan, Puerto Rico. I'm David Begnaud. Standing in front of the Centro de Bellas Artes, where Hamilton opened on Friday night, to a packed house. Not an extra seat was left to be had.
History had its eyes on Puerto Rico. Lin-Manuel Miranda overwhelmed as the sold-out crowd of 1,800 continued to erupt in applause.
Miracles happened to make this night happen.
Miranda, a favorite son of Puerto Rico, returned to the stage reprising the lead role in his musical creation Hamilton in San Juan. The original venue was changed in December over security concerns.
A lot of people moved a lot of mountains to have us be here in Puerto Rico tonight and to raise as much money as we can for Puerto Rico while we're here.
He gave his father much of the praise.
And I'm very proud to say no one moved more mountains than Vega Alta Zone, my father, Luis Miranda.
Thank you to my family that have withstood all of this madness, and of course, to my genius son, Lin-Manuel.
After the show, Miranda put it all in perspective.
I just love this island so much, and I just want it to be proud of me.
The 38-year-old has taken the lead on raising funds to help restore the arts, ravaged by debt and the cost of rebuilding after Hurricane Maria. Lucky fans arrived hours before showtime. Tickets go for as much as $5,000. But every Wednesday, there's a matinee performance where tickets are $10 each.
Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your
Actor Ronald Weber Jr. plays Aaron Burr, opposite Miranda.
It's more than just an opening. It's more than just another show, another opening, another show. It's like the way that we're supposed to be. It's what theater's supposed to do. We're supposed to encourage, uplift, and make a difference. And that's what it feels like we're doing here.
Thursday night at the final dress rehearsal, Miranda received a 21-second applause when he stepped on stage.
This applause was so significantly different and electric because it was a homecoming.
A homecoming that Miranda and his fellow Puerto Ricans can raise a glass to.
You know, it's interesting because Hamilton is the story of a guy who left the Caribbean after a hurricane and went to a place that would become the United States of America, became a founding father, started what we know as the modern-day banking system, and brought America to prosperity, as John Adams would say. The irony is, Hamilton is now being performed on an island that is bankrupt and trying to find its way to prosperity. So we thought it was a good topic to talk about with Lin-Manuel Miranda. We met him at the Ritz-Carlton Reserve in Dorado Beach, Puerto Rico. He had an event there the day Hamilton opened in Puerto Rico, and we started our conversation talking about the dress rehearsal that happened the night before the debut. There was a moment where he walked on stage and they announced him as Alexander Hamilton, and the emotion on his face was palpable.
What's your name, man?
Alexander Hamilton.
The show was amazing last night. It was my first time seeing it, and I went there to work and take notes, but I just got lost in so many moments. And when you took the stage and you said Alexander Hamilton, the crowd lost. I mean, it was like 25 seconds of applause. What was going through your mind?
Oh, that's always sort of the moment when like a Pokemon, I try to harness all the energy of everyone in the crowd because it was really sort of extraordinary. A lot of people did a lot of hard work to bring this show to the island, and I felt like I received all of that. And you know, everyone in the audience was someone who helped to make that happen or was a friend of the cast.
It felt familial.
Yes, it felt very familial, and so that was our energy for the night.
So with the time that you and I have spent on the island, I'm struck by the fact that this for you is beyond just coming here to work. This is personal. It's why you're doing the 3 weeks. But for the people who don't know, why did you want to bring Hamilton to Puerto Rico? This wasn't about making money. This was personal.
Yeah, no one's making any money. The goal was, well, here's the thing. I brought my first musical in the Heights here many years ago, and it was a labor of love. That was the first equity show that had ever come to the island. We played a week in Bellas Artes where we're playing Hamilton, and it was the most emotionally satisfying, artistically satisfying week of my life. I didn't realize how important it was to me that this island that I love so much embrace my work. And it's hard to get Broadway shows to Puerto Rico, but I sort of realized as soon as we got a nice review in the New York Times, oh, there's going to be a tour of this show, and oh, I'm going to get to play this in Puerto Rico.
And then came the hurricane.
And then came the hurricane, and then the conversation immediately became, how do we help Puerto Rico, and how do we leave it a little better than we found it? And we chose, you know, in the immediate aftermath of Hurricane Maria, as you well know, you were here, you're one of our heroes on the island for reporting on what was happening here. It was recovery, you know, really first responders, urgency, and with this campaign, we want to help artists and artistic organizations that so often get forgotten in the rebuilding effort.
There was a moment last night where Madison says Hamilton brought us from bankruptcy to prosperity. And I'm sitting in the audience and I'm thinking, wow, the irony. Here we are on a bankrupt island. Hamilton started the bank as we know it. What is it going to take to get Puerto Rico to prosperity?
It's going to take a lot. It's going to take Congress really investing in the rebuilding effort on a scale commensurate with the other hurricane relief that has happened in the United States on the mainland. It is going to take debt forgiveness on the island because...
so you're for that, forgive the debt?
I'm for forgive the debt,
okay.
Yeah. Right. I don't believe squeezing the future of this island and the students who are going to make it great again in the next generation is the answer. And you know, I think the Puerto Rican people are the most resilient in the world, and
Amen
you know,
to
what they have been through over the past year and a half is a testament to that.
You know, every dollar from every ticket sold goes to fund arts here on the island. Lin-Manuel's hoping to raise north of $15 million for the Flamboyant Arts Fund, which he and his family has actually started. There were some tickets that sold for $5,000. His father was adamant. He said, listen, I wanted to attract some rich people to come here and spend some money, but they also set aside 10,000 tickets that they sold for $10 a piece. And tickets are actually going to be available every day of the 3-week run in hopes that people who live on the island who couldn't afford an expensive ticket might qualify to get one in a lottery that's being held. We got a chance to go backstage. Actually, our tour guide was the only Puerto Rican-born cast member. He plays King George III.
The 38-year-old Miranda and cast are performing in San Juan at the
Centro de Bellas Artes.
Muy bien. Very good. Very good.
After you, sir.
Thank you, sir. There's our list of actors that are in the show.
Where's the Rick Negron?
Right, we're in alphabetical order.
So here you are, having grown up on the island.
I haven't lived here in 30 years. I've been, you know, I pursued my dreams in New York, LA, and just to come home and have family here and see how the island has gone through an amazing transformation.
Rick Negron is the only cast member in the production who was born in Puerto Rico. He plays King George III.
So here we are.
Negron seemed like just the right person to take us behind the scenes.
It's still, you know, we're still working here. But there we are. We have
Broadway in Puerto Rico.
Broadway in Puerto Rico, exactly.
This is a nice place.
This is a beautiful theater.
Yeah, this is nice.
It wasn't the first choice. The musical was supposed to be put on at the University of Puerto Rico. That is the alma mater of Luis Miranda, who is Lin-Manuel's father.
The island, and particularly the university, have gone through so much turmoil, change, economic austerity, that I figured let's put them on the map.
But after $1 million was spent to repair the university's theater, a local labor union sent a warning.
The letter ended up saying there are real problems at the University of Puerto Rico, and we want to advise bad things, protests can happen around your production.
And you're thinking, I don't know if I can provide security for everybody who's coming to see the musical.
Yeah, you know, we have 1,700 people inside that theater.
Right.
We have 150 cast and crew, including my son.
What do you want this production to mean to the island?
Puerto Rico is ready. That if this can happen, tons of other things can happen. Congress can give Puerto Rico the aid it needs.
And when push comes to shove.
Back at the theater with the king,
Yeah.
he introduced us to Vincent Hooper, who's from Austin, Texas.
God, I wish I could move like that.
Aside from those moves, he covers 6 roles in the musical. Hamilton is his first major production.
Being a young black man, there are only so many shows, I think, that really give you the chance to stretch yourself this much and to dig in this much.
At any given moment, how many people are doing a costume change behind the scenes?
Oh my God, at some points you have almost the entire cast, ensemble, and principals changing.
How about your outfit?
Oh, you ready? I'm the king. And this is the pièce de résistance.
Oh boy, look at this.
That is my cape. Once I have that puppy on and the crown, there's only one way to walk, and it's regal.
A regal cape for a regal set that arrived by boat from New York City. And they even let a commoner try out the cape for a millisecond.
How's it feel?
Good. I feel like Gayle King would look better in this. You know, Coming up after the break, the drama Offstage. There was a venue change at the last minute. They had already spent $1 million at the University of Puerto Rico and then decided to move the entire production. And it all came down to a conversation Lin-Manuel's father had with a college student. It's a great story we'll share with you when we come back.